G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia.
It just reminds me, with the water dripping off your nose, this is one of those moments in van life that are not superb fun. Charcuterie board? Yep. And Paula's already drunk most of her cardinal cider. But the sun's come out temporarily. And I'm doing the South Cape track. Snake on the path, and I wasn't paying attention. Pretty stark, very remote. Now we're coming out if something goes wrong. This is just absolutely insane. Where are we at, Paula? Where are we at?
Lake Sinclair?
Lake Sinclair National Park. And we were going to stop in here. We've been here before. We left Queenstown this morning. It was a beautiful sunny day. Took our time winding in through the roads from Queenstown. And we decided we'd pull up at Derwent Bridge because still relatively early in the day and we didn't feel like driving any further, so we pulled up, parked up near the pub there, which will suit us fine. We might even have a pub dinner tonight. We're going to rough it. We're going to rough it with a pub dinner and an ale. Yeah, so Lake Sinclair National Park is the other end of the overland track, so there's quite a few pretty keen bushwalkers with their gear, either finishing up here or setting off here.
A couple of them finishing up. They were so glad to be back to civilization.
Yeah. But this is the southern end of the national park, chains from Cradle Mountain, where we were the other day. No, Paula, you can't do the overland track.
Luckily I'm not.
What do you think? Paula was hoping it was going to be warm enough to go for a swim. She seems to have this obsession with sort of getting her gear off and getting into the lake. And it's obviously going back to nature.
Stop it.
So
naughty.
and it was just a little bit too windy for all that today.
You're a naughty boy, David.
Anyway, I sort of said, you can't. We're not that sort of channel. Alright, so we're now on the overland track, Paul, so you got your wish.
I'm going to win the steps today.
So my Fitbit watch has run out of battery and I didn't put it on charge last night or this morning, so I can't measure my steps. So Paula's very happy because she thinks that today she'll be able to beat me for my steps, which of course she will. So we come off the main highway between Derwent Bridge and Tarraleah, where the power station is. It was windy, high, steep sort of road. Now it's sealed. It's the main sort of highway. It's the A10. We had another zone owner we caught up with. They suggested we come down a 14-mile road which bypasses Tarraleah. Now it's gravel. It's a C road. It's good condition. And clearly a few locals use it, but we've decided to come down this way. And if you take it easy like you should on all gravel road, you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever, particularly if you sort of forward drive and off-road. So we'll take you for a look around the campground, but if you have a look
you can see some other houses over there. So there is actually a hotel and two other campgrounds just on the other side of the creek from here. So this one, by all reports, does fill up. It's not full at the moment because there's been a music festival over the creek on one of those other campgrounds, and so apparently a lot of people avoided the area. That's all gone, so that's all sort of emptied out over the weekend, and we've come in. So we've decided to pull up in here. Again, it's a bit tighter than we'd normally like, and if we hadn't got in here, then there's clearly a couple of other options across the road to get into. So particularly if you're self-contained, the other sites might be perfectly good. But we'll show you around this campground. It's got some facilities, some washing machines as well, and so we'll use the break in the weather to do a bit more washing as well. So we're doing the Three Falls walk this morning, and most people do it anti-clockwise from the visitor centre. We had a tip to do it clockwise, which means that we've got the climb earlier and the step sections are more downhill, but on the basis of what goes up must go down, I'm not actually sure whether that's right or not, but we'll do it this way anyway. So, it's a bit of a climb up this first bit. Paula will be saying, "Are you sure you brought me the right way?" Well, we're still getting up a while, so we have to be doing this at the end of the walk.
Well, we'll sleep every now and then.
There's been a fair bit of wildlife in and around Mount Field. We're still trying to find the elusive echidna, and unfortunately we've seen quite a few Tasmanian devils, but unfortunately all hit on the roads as roadkill, which is dreadfully sad. But here we've seen, what, paddy melons.
A couple of different species of possums.
Oh yeah, many possums. Gee, they're squawking and carry on last night, weren't they?
Oh, and one of them is huge.
Yeah, absolutely huge. And kookaburras, of course, who seem to forever be following us around laughing at us, which is probably fair enough. Of course, on this trip we've already seen the wombats, so hopefully we'll see some more. Some maroos, some wallabies, platypus. We only have 3 weeks in Tasmania as part of the overall lap. So we'd had relatives who lived in Hobart, done Hobart and Mona and Mount Wellington and all of those sorts of things, which you should do absolutely in Salamanca markets, absolutely, if you've got more time, and or indeed if you're going for a walk in this sort of terrain. Doesn't thrill you. Mount Field is a day trip from Hobart. If you're only coming into Tasmania if you haven't got a van or anything like that, then you should come in and do one of the short walks in and around this area just to get a bit of a feel for it, as well as doing those other things. But as we only had 3 weeks, we've decided that we wanted to sort of do a little bit more of the wildernessy and the national park type places we hadn't been before. Oh, I think I can hear something. Yep, the sound of falls. Wow, these are beautiful. These are the Lady Barron Falls, and well and truly worth the look. It is pretty, isn't it? The walk wasn't too bad to get. So we're at least temporarily out of the wettest section of the walk. Near these magnificent big tall trees. So we're sort of just about all the way around the loop now. You can hear either the Horseshoe Falls
called the Russell Falls.
Horseshoe Falls.
Horseshoe Falls. And how long have we got to go on this walk?
25 minutes. Two little fish in here.
We're almost at the end of the walk. And we've got a few stairs down, not up, but I don't know about you. Tell me in the comments if you think going down steep stairs is better than going up steep stairs. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday it was quite sunny. Just take your pick if you get up here. You can do a short walk to Russell Falls here, only slightly longer but up some steps to Horseshoe Falls, and then sort of back again to the visitor centre if that's all you want to do, or about a 6k walk loop if you want to get all three falls in. And then there's a few slightly longer walks, well there are a few much longer walks from here as well. Oh, it's pack up day at Mount Field. I don't normally film while we're packing up, and I'm not going to sort of film here, and that's mainly just to make sure that there's sort of no distractions, but it just reminds me that when you're sitting here with the water dripping off your nose, this is one of those moments in van life that are not superb fun. I suppose it could be worse. It could be raining and windy, and I think that's the forecast for where we're going next, but anyway, we'll see. Oh, okay. Hey, g'day.
G'day, g'day.
G'day, g'day. G'day, g'day. When it was piddling down with rain, we were heading down towards Cockle Creek, and we might still get there, hopefully we will. But the weather forecasts weren't good. It wasn't just that it was going to be wet, that happens down there, sort of, you know, rain on and off. But very blustery winds, and as we were driving down, we had some big wind gusts on the caravan. They were just coming right across us, our westerlies, and it was making it sort of unpleasant driving, and we knew that we might actually have to bunker down in Cockle Creek for a couple of days before the weather cleared a little bit so I could do the South Cape walk. So we just decided that we'd stop in and around somewhere in the Huon Valley, Huonville, and just do some of the, you know, the food trail type things in Huonville. So I checked out Wiki Camps and found this great little place, Valley Campground. I think it costs about $15 per night per person, but well set up. Sally and her husband down there, good loos, they're drop loos, but they're composting loos. They've got like a solar shower, which is a bit open air. Nice large sites. You've got a selection of both powered and unpowered. It was very blustery and rainy last night, so we're glad that we've stopped in. Okay, almost caught the sun coming out momentarily.
We're in Signet.
So we came down. We're just doing a day trip in and around the Huon Valley, and we thought we might drive down to Signet and grab some coffee. So Paula was just saying that the Red Velvet Lounge was built pretty close to the same time as our house in Brisbane was, which is true. I think our house is 1914.
Something like that, yeah.
Might have been 1917. There's some pretty towns around, but our suggestion is come towards the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which also would be the busy times, so book ahead. But a lot of the little crafty places, a lot of the restaurants and cafes are actually closed during the week. And actually, the sun just came out. Just record this moment.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my path.
So we've got the charcuterie board.
Yep.
And Paula's already drunk most of her paddle of cider. What do you think of that?
It was good.
And that was good. That was a really, really pleasant lunch and look around the Willie Smith's apple shed. So if you come into the Huon Valley, if you've got time, come in through here. This is insane. It's another insane place. There are just so many of them. And Tasmania is a very pretty place. And it's overcast. It's cool. We've had some bands of rain go through. I think the forecasts are to be slightly better tomorrow, so I'll try and walk out to South Cape if I can. But even just walking around, so we're at Cockle Creek, and it's just beautiful. And Cockle Creek is as far as you can go on a public road, as I understand it, in Australia. So I had to get it. The sun's come out. So the Bolton's Green campground is on the southern side of the bridge, and it's tight. Where we are is the Cockle Creek campground, and it's a lot easier to get some bigger vans in. Not heaps and heaps of sites, but good. The sun's come out temporarily.
Yay!
Right, we're going to walk down. What's it called? The Whale Monument, or
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
You can see him. Can you see him?
We can see it on the end of the point. I'll see if my finger's calibrated. Right, over there. It's a bit over a kilometre out there. We'll just go for a walk and have a look, see what that's all about. And it's exceptionally pleasant here.
Except for all in coats.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if
Good morning. So I've got up, not too early, it's a bit after 7, after first light, after sunrise, and I'm doing the South Cape track. So I've got about 4 to 5 hours walk ahead of me, return to get back, but all going well, I get to see the southernmost point of Australia. The first 1,200 steps or so is just a steady climb out of the campground, Cockle Creek, Bolton Green sort of area. It's quite rocky, it's a typical Tasmania. We had some passing showers, then it looked like the cloud was breaking up. We started to get some patches of blue sky, and before too long the grey clouds have come back in over. Anyway. This is actually what I thought most of the track would be, just by looking at the maps and some of the photos. We'll see how the rest of it goes. Here we go. More rocky steps. been a rare sight over the last couple of days, my shadow.
Coming on these walks, it's not purely for the purpose of head down, bum up, you know, get there, take the Instagram shot, get in the car, go. It's quite pleasant stopping every now and then and just listening, and especially when you can't hear, you know, the signs of human habitation. You can't hear. Snake on the path, and I wasn't paying attention. My mate's back. Stark, and I'm a little bit further around than I thought I'd be, sort of on, I think it's what's called Finn's Beach, and you can see just in the distance, you can see Lion's Head, which is sort of that island thing just off the beach, and in the distance a couple of sort of little rocks and crags out in the ocean, and Southeast Cape, I pointed out before, I was pretty sure I was only going to get to a lookout spot where I could see it after about an 8k walk, so it took me about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get out here. They say it's a 4-hour turnaround. I'm in a sheltered spot here, but I'm going to see if I can find a better spot to see Southeast Cape, and then I'll pull out the jet boil, make myself a cup of coffee, have a bit of a snack, and a bit of a stretch, and then think about heading back. Still a bit blowy up here. Hopefully you can hear me. I won't try to compete with the wind too much, but it's just absolutely stunning here. I just wanted to get myself up higher. It was a little bit slippery coming across off the formed track a little bit, so I could find somewhere sheltered so I could take a couple of photos, set up the jet boil and have myself a cup of tea. But I actually like doing this sort of stuff. It's good every now and then just to get away by yourself and you know, a long way that way, the next thing you hit is Antarctica. So yeah, you can imagine when the first sort of explorers went sort of along the bottom here, you know, Abel Tasman, he got blown off course by a storm, so he got it a little bit wrong. But yeah, you can just imagine what they were thinking about the conditions down there by the 130 odd years before Cook. Yeah, pretty stark, very remote, a long way from anything, and no one coming to help you if something goes wrong. And finished. So just signed out, and that's about 17k, nice sort of stop out there.
I didn't show you all the walk back because it was the same as the walk out.
Now I'll go back and dry out and have a cuppa or something stronger, but yeah, good walk.
Hey, g'day. Thanks for joining us at Next Level Oz. Next episode, we head north to the Tasman Peninsula, the stunning Wineglass Bay, and to a brilliant free camp on the Bay of Fires.
So, be careful about where your car navigator takes you.
Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.